Hey guys, so Mimi says good morning. It's 11 o'clock here. We just finished up breakfast. Mind your business. We having a later start. My hand is feeling, hold on. Okay, so my hand is feeling so much better. Um, so I guess the injection is starting to kick in. Hold on, I feel so used, Demi. I feel used. If I didn't have mommy milk, would you still love me? Would you? Is that a no? Would you still love me? You can tell them thumbs up. Open and shut. Open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut. All through the town. Hey, Dory. So, um, thought I could distract her. Hold on, y'all. So, I'm actually gonna be working for the post office. So I feel, you guys know I have a homemaker's heart, and that's my first priority is my family. But I do view this as an extension of that because this is a part of caring for my family. We need food, okay? And like I said, it just makes the most sense for me to do that and for Steve to just take this time and he'll be filling in for me. This is just showing just the seasons of life, and then just this also a reminder that nothing is permanent. So this season will pass at some point. This season will pass at some point and we'll move on to the next thing. But this is where we are now. So I'm here filling out my stuff so they can do my background check and everything. Yeah, I mean, folks gonna always need their mail delivered. So I guess this is pretty, pretty solid. Mimi walking. What you got? You got a toy? How she got two passes? Demi, now come on now. That's a little ridiculous, sis. Oh, she dropped one. She felt convicted. So I'm gonna work on this, and we still gotta get schoolwork done. It is now 11:50. I was on the phone with my mama. Yeah, so that was my news. Hey guys, so this is the next day. So yesterday, you guys saw in the clip where I received a job offer at the United States the post office, and I had to fill out my background check information. That's when I jumped off the camera with you guys. Why didn't I pick back up the camera yesterday? Because I was a whole mess. So let me give you guys a timeline and give you my thoughts so that so maybe you can understand what I'm feeling right now. And y'all, I'm editing. My whole top of my head is cut off. Now I got this little wrap situation going on. But yeah, so my whole top of my head is cut off. Don't judge me. Okay, just listen. Just close your eyes and listen. And it's probably a jumbling mess because this was my true raw emotion. So keep watching. What was it? Last Tuesday, Steve was furloughed. You guys saw that. I have that video there. I'll try to put the card up there. He was furloughed. We kind of knew it was coming. Steve works in the airline manufacturer business, and it's no secret folks ain't buying airplanes like they used to, right? So he was furloughed, which is great. I mean, which is better than being laid off because we still have our benefits through his job and all of that. And unemployment is, if you guys don't know, is based on each state. And here in South Carolina, the maximum you get is $326 a week. Yes. So that's roughly $1,300 a month. That doesn't cover our house payment, okay? I'm being very real with you guys so you guys understand my thought process. But I mean, it's better than zero, right? And then Steve also, I drive for Lyft. While Lyft, we consider it our business. That is, as I told you guys, I earn roughly $20 an hour when I do drive for Lyft. And I mean, that's really good. But then there's some days when you don't earn $20 an hour. You can go out and make like $10. And nothing is more disheartening than knowing you got bills due and you're trying to earn this extra money and it ain't coming fast enough. So I guess I went into panic mode. I'm not going to lie. It was panic mode. Steve has been also applying for other jobs, just, if he can find something better while he's out, then he would just go with that. But so I started looking for jobs, and I saw the post office was hiring, and so I said, well, let me give it a go. And now, because of COVID, I think the test is, there's a test you have to take. It's online. So I was able to do that. I did really well on the test, and I just said, well, okay, we'll see if they call me. I figured there must be a lot of applicants. In less than a week, they called me because, like I said, this was just last Wednesday when he was furloughed. I think I applied for the post office maybe last Friday. So in less than a week, they got in touch with me with a job offer. So I guess they're not doing interviews per se. Some of the questions in the test were personality based. So I don't know if they're just going to use that and just pray that you're a great person. But I do know that they are in need of people. So if you are looking for a job, check the post office. But yeah, they sent me a job offer straight up. And that's what I got yesterday. So when I first got it, I was like, oh my gosh, because it does feel good to know that even though, I've been out the work game for some time, I can jump back in and earn money for our family, right? Then the other side of it hit me. I'm going to transition from being a stay-at-home mom to a working mom. That is hard for me. I don't do well with spreading myself thin. I feel like I drop the ball all over the place when I can't focus on at least one area of my life. And so I really like to focus on mothering. And that, that includes our homeschooling, home management, all of that. I enjoy the homemaker life. Yes, it's stressful and it has its drawbacks, but honestly, I wouldn't want to be doing anything else with my days than what I do now. That's real. So taking on this job at the post office would mean giving that up. And for me, it was sad, right? It was sad. I mean, like I said, I was grateful on one hand because the post office, and it does pay decently. So, I'm not making minimum wage, you know what I mean? I'm getting paid a good entry salary. And, there's just so many good things about it, but then at the same time I feel like I'm giving a piece of myself away because I really feel like homemaking is where my heart is. I know it is. So going back I started to feel all the feels. And I'm so grateful I have a couple friends I can reach out to, and they can just, I can tell them anything and they can give me very honest, very genuine, very true, very heartfelt responses and feedback. And, my friends, they were basically like, you got to stop looking at this as a forever thing. And I know I said, oh, well, this is the season we're in. But then it dawned on me like, I don't want to be in this season. This is God. This is not what I want for my life. This is not. And so, of course, I talked this over with Steve. And, he was like, if you don't want to work that job, don't work it. Don't accept it. And I told him, I feel like I would be letting my family down if I didn't at least get out there and try it, right? So I do definitely feel like I know that I need to take it because I do feel like this is God showing me this is what I need you to do right now, Rhonda. This is what has to be done. But at the same time, my flesh is like, but God, this is not what I want to be doing. I want to build my business. I want to be home with my kids full time. Like that's what I want, God. This is not what I want. But so wrestling with flesh and what I know that God is calling me to do in this season was rough. So I cried most of yesterday. I was just a mess. I was just, So that's why I didn't vlog anymore. But I believe that I have to be willing. I have to be open. I have to be available for God to use me in any capacity He has for me. I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and minister to the whole post office. But it's, if this goes all the way through, this is what God has for me. And I have to just find peace in that. Now, the scary part is that we homeschool. So Steve will have to take over a lot of that. But no, he's sweet. He has a servant's heart. Like Steve is like, whatever you need me to do, I'll do it. And he even said, you know, I can apply for the post office, but I know he really doesn't want that as a career, so I wouldn't push him into something. But he may still be applying for it. I don't know. We'll stay tuned. But I just have to be open. And I think of, I'm not trying to get all preachy here, but I really, and I know this isn't as the same, but I think about Abraham and Isaac. When he took Isaac, you know, he was ready to sacrifice his son that he had prayed and waited and prayed and waited for, you know, the son that would take over everything he, you know, he had, that he could leave everything to. And even though God's promise was, I'm going to make you the father, don't quote me on the actual, you know, just ideas, not the actual verses, but basically the father of many nations, you know, he's going to have more descendants than the stars in the sky. That's what God told him. But then God has him take his only, I'll say legitimate, because you know the Hagar situation went left, but God had him take his only legitimate son and said, I need you to sacrifice him. And that does not look like I'm going to have as many descendants as is in the star. If you're taking my only legitimate child and you want me to kill my only legitimate child, how does that align with what I know you promised me? How does that align? And I had to just look at Abraham, and he was open to it. It didn't make sense. It went against everything he wanted, everything. But he trusted God in that. And that's where I feel like I'm with it. No, I'm not sacrificing my child, but I am sacrificing a dream. I'm sorry, I'm getting worked up. I am sacrificing, I am, you know, sacrificing my flesh, which in a sense, you know, I'm sacrificing what I really want, what I believe that God has called me to do. Like it doesn't align. It doesn't make sense. And then what ended up happening? He had a ram in the bush. But Abraham just had to be open. He just had to be open. So I just have to remind myself, just be open, Rhonda. You don't know how this is going to work out. Do I hope that it doesn't work out? No, I hope that it works out exactly how God wants it to work out, whatever it is. So, but it took me some time to get there. And I felt like I wanted to share it with you guys because I know that you guys will see a transition. You know, if this all goes through and I start to work full time, you'll see a transition. I want you guys to feel every step of this transition with me, so that if one time, or if in your own lives, you guys find that you need to, you know, the big word, the buzzword is pivot. If you find that you need to pivot, do it, you know. And I want you to understand, like, it's okay to not jump for joy when God may be calling you in a direction. It's okay. Like, this is real life. I have real feelings, you know. Of course, I love Jesus with all my heart and soul. But I also, you know, have things that I want. I have a lifestyle I desire and things like that. So I just pray that my wants begin to look like what he has for me. So, yeah, guys. So I just, you know, we're all praying. And I ask, we're just praying for God to lead. And there's been other things that I can't really talk about on camera, but there's been other struggles in the parenting arena, and it just feels like, so much. But God is good, and we'll get through this. And Steve is so sweet. He knew I wasn't, you know, feeling well yesterday. And today he bought me some just because flowers, and it's just like stuff like that. It's just a reminder that regardless of it's so nice to know that regardless of what I'm going through in life, I know that, you know, he's there with me. God is there with me, and then he's placed Steve in my life to also be there with me, and then of course my lovely kids. And I hate that I cried in front of them yesterday, y'all. I never cry in front of my kids. It just was so much, because as I'm watching them, and I know this is dramatic, because I'm watching them or doing stuff with them, I'm like, I won't be able to do this because I'll be at work. And that just made me so sad. But I am going to find the blessing in this. However it turns out is how it turns out. I will, of course, keep you guys posted. I don't know if you noticed, I missed a whole vlog yesterday, and I was, listen, I was just not in a good way. So I'm not quitting Vlogmas. So I'll put this video up, and then I have a few videos I've already recorded. I'll get those up for the next couple days, and I think I'm going to carry Vlogmas out until the new year, because I started late and then missing a day, so I just have to, I gotta complete this. So even if it's gonna be a 3-minute vlog on my way to work and a 3-minute vlog on my way home, we gonna be here, okay? I'm gonna be here. Now, if you want to stick by and watch the foolishness unfold, click that subscribe button if you haven't. If you have already, thank you so much. I truly appreciate y'all's support, and I truly appreciate your comments, your likes, all that. I appreciate it. So I will talk to y'all in the next video. Until then, stay blessed. Bye, y'all.